Hey guys, you're welcome. You're welcome.
You're welcome, guys.
You are welcome to the stream.
You're welcome.
This is FACEIT TV, and this is the G2A.com European Cup. This is a semi-final number 2. Winner of this match is going to play against LDLC, I think, on Sunday, I do believe.
Yes,
and,
I do believe as well.
And first place prize is $5,000, G2A.com. Of course, so awesome for providing that for everybody to have this awesome Counter-Strike action. And we get this awesome matchup that we've had today, DAT and Hellraisers. We're going to move into map number 3. These guys are tied up at 1 map apiece. We're going on to Overpass. So this should be also another... I mean, we talked about it at the start of the show. Basically, like, the maps are just great for this. Like, this is like these are the best possible maps, I think, in my opinion, these two teams.
This will show who takes the lead going into map number 4. But both these teams are going to clash horns here. They're both very confident and expect the W on this map. As things go through to further maps, they'll get more uncertain. But right now, these teams both think they're going to win.
I think Blade was expecting a 3-0. Like, Blade was super confident.
He was super confident. But what wouldn't you be if you trained them? And then you're playing against them to destroy them.
Yeah, I think Blade has every right to be like really confident. So we can see why. Like,
shaken now?
Like why? Absolutely not. I think, you know, of course they won each other's maps, but honestly, like nuke is nuke. You know, stuff can happen on you. You know, just how it is. So I don't think he's really fretting there. But they actually won cash 16-11, which was Hellraiser's map, and I don't know if they even expected to win that. So going on to Overpass, you know, we mentioned it before. We know that DAT have some great Overpass knowledge. This team has been together for a really long time, a really long time. AdreN obviously moving in, you know, leaving Hellraisers, moving into DAT. But this lineup's pretty damn tight at the moment with DAT. So we know that they're impressive here. Hellraisers, we know that their CT sides are really strong. Again, I feel like it's going to come down to you know, the Hellraisers T side.
For the guys watching the stream, I just want to mention something about today and Sunday, our final. Again, we broke all the records on CSGO Lounge and Dota 2 Lounge today with over 160,000, let alone 150. We broke that one. That's a milestone in itself. But we went to 160,000 and beyond. And more than 500,000 skins on this map. I've been speaking to the guys at CSGO Lounge, and we're going to go a bit bonkers with skins on Sunday. That's all I'm going to say for now, but we're going to go crazy. So make sure you're tuned in for the final, not only for the gamers, but also for the skins, baby. Now we're about to get into the match. Yeah,
pistol round about to start. Hellraisers again on the CT side to begin with, and that does suck a little bit for DAT, getting T side first twice in a row on both two like really CT heavy maps. But we'll have to see how they handle things, and already we are looking at. Wow, Hellraisers all going to sewers. They're actually like all charging towards sewers here. This is a really strong position to hold, and they can respond very quickly if there's an A push. So I like this a lot. Look at this.
AdreN could have some intel for his team here if he peaks at the right time. Let's ride with him at the moment. Auto Director takes us there straight away. He's just holding a passive position, but is he going to look in time? That are starting to emerge up long into the toilets. Not going to find George Michael in there today. As Hellraisers start to peek and prod in that door, but they're going to close it and retreat. They've had their time. The bomb has been left in an extremely passive position, as we can see there from Blade.
That did this on the T side of Nuke as well. They just played like an insanely passive opening. Maybe expecting or having the read on Hellraisers that Hellraisers are going to go for aggressive timing, and then we can see how, you know, the delay changes the positioning of Hellraisers. Because now after all this delay, they decided to just fall back onto the bomb sites, and now DAT are moving in. So you can see how that delay works so well into their favor.
Lots of information gathering here from Hellraisers. They had 3A, 2B. Going to see Simple rotating for some help onto the B site now. Oh, he's going to jump in the wrong place, and that's going to put him on 53 HP. But he gets 2 massive frags, almost a third one on flamie. And nice snap there from Angel. bondik, last man standing. That's going to be a great snap from him. And all to play for here. Again, this is a pistol round. No helmets to speak of. Oh, and there's no time to plant the bomb, and this round's already over. If he found the head, would have made things easier, but time was against him there. And he will fall eventually. And again, this is something that we were talking about when we were watching LDLC play yesterday. Happy was constantly jumping into the water down here, but you saw if you jump into the wrong area, just to the left, like this area here where this bottle is, That's not water, that's ground. And you saw Simple lost half his life on the pistol round purely from jumping into the wrong area.
Yeah, you've got to make sure
get an assist by the world for when he went down there.
Yeah, you've got to make sure you know this stuff. Alright, already seeing some P90 action coming from Simple and on Connector. Yeah, it makes a lot of sense. It's a smart move for Simple to go there with P90. Look at this. Gonna pick off his third frag. So very easy stuff here for Hellraisers so far. He's gonna actually lose that in the end, but it doesn't really matter. His teammates are they know everything that's happening and they're pushing in. Although bondik picking up a second frag is certainly gonna put that in a more comfortable position, having forcing those rebuys for Hellraisers. So that's decent damage. They can be happy with that.
Also worth noting, he has reset his position by running away from where he was. If he can get the jump on one of these players, and now he's got a FAMAS, he could do some extra damage here. Still 45 seconds on the clock. Doesn't have the bomb though, that's the only problem. Looks like he is going to try and go for a flank via the toilets. So we'll see if he can do that. I mean, he could potentially get 2 players here. That said, they are spread out in a nice triangle, triangle of doom as Dosia scouts him through the side of the wall. So that will be that for that round. They will survive with 3 players. That will be good for Hellraisers. Again, this is another CT-sided map. However, we have seen the meta and the dynamic change somewhat. Partially led by DAT, so once the buy rounds come in, we'll be keen to see how they play against Hellraisers and how much, say, Blade may have educated them on this map, or if his development has come in afterwards. And we're going to ride with bondik while he stands in T-spawn for a while. He's going to suddenly make it out of there. And going to be into playground now. Small note, which is completely irrelevant, but it is possible to shoot the swing over the top of the frame.
Yeah, very, very important stuff there. Use grenades for that. But I'm going to pick up a kill by the toilets onto Angels. So that's a quick weapon picked up there. And Simple's got to come out with some frags to actually thin out this push, because it could be pretty scary, once they have that rifle in the hands of AdreN. But damage control there from Simple, and we're going to see them slowly make their way in now. They're trying to catch him off guard. They know he's been lurking around there, but he's fallen all the way back onto the site. Very smart play there from the Hellraisers player. Do have that just slowly trying to make their way just across the map, just clearing all the positions. And this is often the story as T's on this map, because the CTs can push all over the place. There's so many little spots and angles that they can just sneakily pick up. So you have to check everything, and it can take some time, especially if you're moving in for A. And here we go, AdreN going to be in over the top with that flashbang. In goes the M4, and he does pick off Markelov. That's the gun down on the floor at the plant spot, as he goes in for the kill on lobby as well. AdreN with another one. Big round here from AdreN. Are they actually going to pull this one off? The bomb does go down. We've got Kucher and Simple trying to get in here. Kucher jumping up. AdreN, though, looking for his 4th frag, going to pick it up. Is he going to get the ace? Not quite. So 1-on-1 Simple against bondik. bondik doesn't have a weapon, though, just the P250. That bomb planted on Optimus. Simple just going to go for the hold. In goes bondik. Oh, has to go for the shot, and he gets the headshot onto Simple. Excellent job there by bondik. Picks up the M4. And, man, but AdreN, I wish I could just high-five that guy right now. That was, like, sick play from the man AdreN.
I have to say, that was also excellent play there by bondik, and you can think about that, guys, how he executed that 1v1. Rather than go for the frag immediately on the CT, he just quickly peeked and gave the CT no choice but to let go of the bomb defuse. He has to try and defend himself, because obviously he's expecting to be shot by the T, but he just baited him and just wasted his time there until it was very difficult for him to defuse the bomb. Then came back in for the one-tap. Very nice play there by bondik. We've got 2 early frags here, one for either side. flamie taking down Markelov for that 2nd frag. And it's going to be bondik eliminated after his fantastic play at the end of the previous round. So you can see the Blade just trying to get rid of the extra gun here, trying to throw it out of the playground. Don't want kids with guns, that's for sure.
Absolutely not. It's not cool.
It's not cool, man.
All right, we've got sewers again occupied by Hellraisers. They've got 3 players there, and again, it's
there's nobody on A. They're all on B right now.
Yeah, it's such a nice position because they can rotate really fast. And Angel's going to actually find a frag by long. So this is really nice here. Angel going to all spot Speaky as well, picking off a 2nd player. And Blade and WorldEdit now. What do they do? How do they save this round? They don't have a lot of time either. Just going to have to go for the shots here. See if they can get those entries. WorldEdit with that AWP. Is he going to be able to scan just the fresh shot here? Oh, spots the head, but doesn't get the shot. and we're going to see Hellraisers in more and more of a good position here as the teammates are going to start spilling in for that rotation, and the bomb goes down, and WorldEdit has to go for the save. So
are they going
nice
to
hold?
Well, he could ace them again. You know, we've seen it before.
No.
But the Hellraisers, they're going to be a bit more. They're going to spread out now. They don't want to get aced again by WorldEdit. Nobody wants that. But I heard something interesting to say, but I have no idea what it was. I suppose it can't have been that interesting, DDK.
No, I guess not.
Oh, thanks for the
I guess
support.
not.
So 3-1 in favour of Hellraisers. Simple whipping out the AWP now. Angel gonna pick up an M4, thrown over by teammate. So let's see where these orbs go. Ah, yes, I know what I wanted to say. There was a psychological play there by Hellraisers where they put 4 players onto the B site because you never see a fast push, almost never, from the Ts on this map. So they kind of used that to their advantage to put everybody towards the B site. Then Simple and Kucher eventually rotated back to A, as Angel got those frags in this area where we're seeing Simple peak. Smoke off the sewer as well.
And the squeaky door, like, it's such a strong position to do damage and to do damage to.
Well, let's not forget how LDLC were playing these angles yesterday. They had boosts, they had wall bangs, they seemed to know all the angles. Like, they had a projector out, everything. They were all over this.
They might finally move into Simple. They've been waiting for so long, but now he's finally going to drop away. You can see how patient that are. They just so patient. It's unreal. They don't want to have these Angels against Hellraisers, which makes a lot of sense considering how strong they are in those spots. But instead they want to rely again on those grenades. And Hellraisers, after seeing nothing and a little bit too afraid to go for a peek at the moment, are just on default positions on the bomb site now. And here go DAT.
Where AdreN is standing here, if you stand on that rail, that is the easiest place to smoke the overlook onto the B bomb site, which I think that was potentially what he was going for there, but didn't decide to execute. 15 seconds remain, and only now does one person fall for Hellraisers, and suddenly there are 4 of them dead. Markelov, last man standing. Where is the bomb, though? That is the question. Being planted with mere seconds remaining on the B bomb site. Markelov versus 2. Wow, they waited so long, and then all of a sudden it was like they just threw like a megaton buster into the site and just wiped out 80% of Hellraisers. Yeah,
it seems to be this principle they're applying a lot. Just delay, force Hellraisers back into more passive positions. Then in this time they chose the fake, and they sold it. Hook, line, and sinker, got a bunch of frags. That 2-man push into the A bomb site. Markelov coming in here though, and he's trying to make this happen, but that bomb is far too gone at the moment. But either way, we saw this from that in last month as well. That they had these strats that fake that they ran there. They did that a couple times last month, and it was very, very effective then as well. So look forward to more shenanigans like that and see if Hellraisers can respond a little bit better. But it's so hard in the chaos on this map to like understand what's happening, especially on the A bomb site when smokes go down everywhere. You literally cannot see what's going on.
Yeah. We saw a pretty messy rounds towards the A bomb site yesterday. In terms of fakes, Na'Vi are really epic with doing the fakes as well. I saw a smoke from Guardian on Inferno. They went from mid to CT on the B bomb side, but never mind that. Kucher has got a small advantage for them. Angel getting that CZ to work there. Taking down WorldEdit. That's a 2-man advantage early for the Hellraiser team. And that's going to make, I mean, even though that get a frag back, that's going to make them really, really paranoid about how safe this whole area towards A is. They're going to have to move very, very slowly. We're seeing more aggression now from Hellraisers. Dosia's spray going all over the shop. Finally getting the kill on AdreN, and DAT are getting shot out of this round. Now with a numbers disadvantage, Blades charging up the long area towards the A bomb site, getting a trade frag on Markelov. He's not too far from the bomb, but he needs to find his frag on the tapping Kucher. Tap, tap, tap. He's knocking on the door and he's just blown it off. That is going to be another round in the bag there for Hellraisers. 4-2. Still fairly close at the moment. That said, 2 rounds out of the first 6 on the T side is not bad at all for that team.
Yeah, it's a similar story to Nuke. You want to like really get those like 5 rounds or so together. So they're doing all right, and we know that they got again a lot of strats to the bag to rely upon. Of course, though, that dynamic is always very tough. Like on Nuke, if you're going up against you're switching into the CT side on the second half, you play a pistol round, you lose pistol, and they got 10 on the CT. Then all of a sudden you have like 3 rounds to play with, and it's. Yeah, so they want to really try to avoid that and pick up many more rounds here, especially considering that Hellraisers, they get an advantage on overpass here. This series could start like really swinging into their favor. Either way, you know, we're going to see DAT try to attempt this quick plant here. They don't have any smokes or nades to really work with, and it's like we are seeing a bit of a pause, potentially.
It looks like Go TV lag.
Go TV lag. Perhaps a pause is in the future. And we're going to catch up suddenly. But there we go. We're back in the action. In goes some smokes there from Hellraisers and the cannon grenades. And yeah, not much to do here. I mean, if you don't have any grenades as the Ts, what are you going to do? Seriously. So DAT going to get absolutely mauled there, but that's fine. In comes the buy. And not many nades for them. They didn't really have all that much cash. That's actually quite worrying. 3 smokes to play with. What do you think is in store here? What do you think DAT's best option is in a round like this?
Well, the simple one would be, no pun intended, would be smokes in front of the A sites and have that whole madness going on. The good thing about that is you can make the round very costly for Hellraisers while they have to hunt for the bomb in the smoke. You could just spray the smoke down. If you make it that far, that is. I mean, it's hard enough to get the bomb plant in the first place. They are at a man disadvantage now as Blade gets taken out. bondik gonna find Angel and simple AdreN. All happening off camera at the moment. Show me some frags, please, Mr. Auto Director. flamie, last man standing versus 3 next to the bomb. I think it's going to get interesting now unless he gets shot in the back here. Going to be juggling weapons. Reminiscent of previous iterations of Counter-Strike, running forwards of G.
So flamie going to spray for his life, get taken down by Dosia, and there it is, 6-2. And bondik jumping back in slowly but surely, I should hope. Just maybe restarting his PC or something. Oh, okay, bondik joined the wrong team. Good job, bondik.
That's never good.
Gonna get the golf clap.
Okay, well, let's let's have a look. Well, it seems to be back here. And
they want to unpause.
Yeah, it seems they are continuing. So I think GoTV's just caught up with us, maybe. Let's have a look at frags here while we have a short downtime. Angel top fragging. Well, actually, no, Symbol's top fragging for Hellraisers. As per usual, Angel top of the board with 2 extra points. Good for him. And in the meantime, what? And it only with 1 frag.
We do have actually 3 players around near connector near the toilets here. So this is actually a pretty. This could go really bad for DAT. If they get caught by this, if they don't see where Simple and Markelov are playing from, this could get really brutal. But actually, they're all going to fall back here. There's only 2 on the B bomb site, so that they could never have known. Obviously, he's playing with pistols as well, and no real nades to work with. They could never have known this, but just like Hellraisers have fallen back now, and there's been no casualties. That's often been the case like this. We don't see many early round picks in this matchup.
This is an eco round from DAT though. They've been running all over the shop and still no frags early on. But they're coming in now for the CCs after the first fall from Dosia, trying to hold down the A site. Bomb is still in control of that team though. Let's see if they can get it down.
Wow. They actually get the bomb down. WorldEdit's going to find himself an AWP. This could be all the difference now as the remaining players from Hellraisers come in for this retake. In goes WorldEdit though, catching kucher with the flick. There's the next kill, potentially Markelov trying to get onto that bomb site. And he's going to wiggle-waggle himself behind that smoke onto the defuse here, trying to fake it out. And there goes the spray, and he's going to get it. Markelov with enough time with the kit to make the defuse work, but that was scary. Markelov had to get a 4 kill there, and that they didn't really have that much in the way of like grenades or anything. They just had some PD50s. They almost won the round. Yeah,
that was pretty serious. I mean, that first key frag on the A bomb site opened things up for them, and if Dosia doesn't go down there, then we're looking at a very different round. But they managed to get some frags back to Hellraisers. The bomb plant, very important though for WorldEdit and his team. You can see he's picking up the AWP again. He was trailing for a very long time with only 1 frag, then suddenly AWP in his hands, and that could have gone a lot worse for Hellraisers. Markelov with a great clutch there, with a big spray, managing to take it down versus the ecoing DAT team again though. Smoke pushes here from Simple, just going bananas there.
Yeah.
Not going in his favour. That's an early disadvantage for the CTs, which is never what you want when you're on the CT side. We've got some LDLC style wallbangs there from Markelov, going to put things back in favour of Hellraisers.
Yeah, but WorldEdit's still got the AWP, so you've got to be fearful of that. And we do have a reposition here, as they are to a site, which is always a decent way to adjust the situation. On overpass as well, you know, it's so fast to get onto the other side that it's a perfectly fine way to play this position. So that are going to have to be quick. They're going to be brutal with this push here. They cannot afford to dilly-dally. But there's Dosia in the water area, able to make the trade happen onto bondik. That are doing an okay job here, but it's all on WorldEdit with that AWP in a very awkward spot. Look at this Dosia, only his head showing. This is a great position to work with against the AWP. And WorldEdit can't quite seem to just catch him. And Dosia, excellent stuff, is going to take the round 8-2. And Hellraisers are looking really good now. And there's not many rounds left in this half. That need to get a couple more in the bag. They absolutely must.
Yeah, we were looking at 6-2, now it's 8-2, so definitely Hellraisers extending their lead, with minimal error here. So again, only 2 rounds for the T side. That is not much breathing space. I thought my one was bad, but that looks even worse. So they're definitely going to want to get more rounds on the board here, as there are 5 remaining. They could make it 8-7. It is unlikely though, just due to the nature of the map.
And WorldEdit might actually catch someone over by A-Long. A little bit of a dual action here, and this is kind of important, this one-on-one. WorldEdit almost gets a frag. Oh, there's actually quite a bit of damage to 2 players there, so bit of a skirmish going on towards the upper park, and it's not actually going to result very well for DAT, it would seem. They're going to have to go for this this second kind of plan B, if you will, onto B itself, as they make their way through the long area, and Hellraisers picking them off as they enter. It's not looking too difficult. Hellraisers just so strong positionally at the moment.
AdreN will be the last one here. Now, in that round, Hellraisers completely changed their CT setup. In previous rounds, we saw Dosia holding the monster position on B, and that time he was in long on A and got 2 frags. So
yeah,
you know, it was successful sometimes. He lost against that eco. They completely changed things up, put him in a completely different area, and it worked a treat. And now you have to wonder how that will prepare, because the CTs are playing not only different formations, but they just have different people in entirely different places. And we're not even talking about AWPers. We saw Simple rotate all over the place in previous maps, but even Dosia, the riflers, going to be here, there, everywhere right now. Simple now in long rather than Dosia, getting that frag on WorldEdit. Blade getting naded down 17 HP before he even finds anyone to party with. And AdreN going to be taken out by Angel. So fast frags coming in here for Hellraisers, playing the ranges on this eco. That range is going to save Angel versus bondik after getting tapped by bondik with that P250. Blade going for the taps as well. Now Markelov on 19 HP. The Rec 9 coming out for flamie, but can they find any frags here? It's going to be a clean sweep indeed for Hellraisers as they make it 10-2 going to the final rounds of this first half.
I would love to see WorldEdit try to actually bust down the
doors,
the upper
all the doors.
No, the upper parkway, because Hellraisers have started to switch to a lot of focus around upper park and also party, just the toilets, that area in general. And looks like they're going to go. Are they going to go to? Are they going to send anyone there? I mean, because it seems to me that Hellraisers have been winning a lot of the rounds there in these early engagements. So if that can actually fight back and take down some players and really threaten A in that sense and take all that map control,
but look at how it's changed.
It's going to be very different. But yeah, as you say, like
well,
Hellraisers,
then it's there as you suggested.
And they've gone back to their 3-player sewer setup. So this is something that Hellraisers have been switching back and forth between. This is really strong as well.
Hellraisers 1 step ahead of their part-time coach and his team at the moment. The meta is in their favor between these 2 rivals.
Yeah, and look at this. That have actually put a huge focus on taking this area away. I guess they also recognized how it was being very problematic, only sending like 2 people there at a time, just getting outnumbered. And the problem as well is that they don't really have all that much control of the map. And look at that. It's going to result in AdreN getting picked off. They didn't have any idea that Simple was boosted there. I think that's the first time Simple has actually got the pick up there as well. So yeah. I guess they didn't expect it. Either way, in comes the A push here. They have to rely on just solid execution with these grenades. And here it is. bondik takes down Angel. In comes kucher on the rotation. Able to pick up 1 frag before going down to flamie. and DAT are in a 3-on-3. They might just be able to pull this one off, but in comes Markelov from lobby. Very swiftly indeed with that M4. And flamie at the back here. In a great position. They're catching Markelov with a nade in his hand. And in comes WorldEdit from the back. Can he catch him off? WorldEdit will take down Dosia. Picks him off midair. There's the second follow-up. And we do have a round for DAT. 10-3 in favor of Hellraisers. That they cannot put a foot wrong. This is getting really, really bad for them right now.
This isn't just a semi-final in the G2A.com $10,000 European Cup, but this is also, geographically speaking, a massive match. I know that these guys have just come back off break. It was the CIS Christmas in the previous days, so a lot of these guys have been on holiday, so shout out to you guys if you're in Serbia as well. I know you had your Christmas equivalent there, so Merry Christmas to you guys. And welcome back. It is 10-3 in this third map in favor of Hellraisers. On the more favored side, nice snap there from Simple. Going to take a little bit of damage. Well, a lot of damage in fact. Down to 39 HP. Markelov getting the second frag. Simple going crazy with the AWP. Does he see the second person in Parsley? That's the question. Blade looking for a trade frag there. Simple is ducking, just keeping himself out of harm's way. Blade going to advance over towards the A site. Bomb is down near his teammate WorldEdit. And WorldEdit is going to be the last man standing in this round. So we'll see how much economic damage he can do and if it's going to be of any value going into the final round of this first half. That with 3 rounds, pistol's going to be critical for them on the CT. They could definitely return to Hellraisers what has been done to them on their CT side. We've seen them play this map recently. We know what they're capable of. But again, all going to come down to the pistol here.
Yeah, it's exactly, well, not exactly the same spot, it's a little bit worse in fact, but it is just a really rough spot that found themselves in it on the last map as well. And, you know, maybe if they started CT both times, it would have been a much different story for them, but that's just not how it's gone. And so now, as you say, all the pressure is on for that pistol, but perhaps they can pick up number 4. That would be so nice for them. Very terrible mix of weapons to actually play with. 3 players on that angle. Are you kidding? That's horrible to deal with there for DAT. Hellraisers locking it down on B, and there's really not that much to do. Look at that, a decisive flick from Simple into the head of Blade as bondik is going to make his way up onto short. There's really not all that much for him to do though, as Angel comes in from the back here. Playing it safe, playing it carefully, and there it is. 12-3. And we have ourselves a really, really rough situation for DAT. Because if they just go straight out of overpass, then we go on to Inferno, which is Hellraiser's strongest map, and that's their match point. So,
what do you think the average score should be on 2 teams as close as this? Like looking at the betting, we've got 46-54. So let's say 2 evenly skilled teams.
What do I think that the odds should be?
No, what do you think the score should be in one half, looking at CTs and Ts?
Oh, well, an overpass.
Yeah.
Well, I think 10-5. Personally, I think it's similar to Nuke. Personally, like 10-5 is pretty acceptable.
Do you? I feel like the score should.
Do you think it should be more rounds for Ts?
I think more for CTs.
Oh, you think it's more CT sided than Nuke?
Yeah, I think it's worse than 10-5. Like, not what's a good score, say if you're on Ts, but what you can expect to be an average score as a viewer with 2 like evenly skilled teams. I think this map might be worse at the moment. Yeah, that's my personal opinion. Curious to know yours, guys. So definitely tweet us at FACEIT, at followddk, at James Bardoff. Let us know what you think about the balance of this map at the moment. Curious to see if you agree or disagree.
All right. Into the pistol.
There on the map, and Kucher's going to get a frag through the smoke. And a second one as Blade goes for some assistance. They're falling like flies. All of a sudden, there's only 2 plays left for that. This match could be over already.
Yeah, it's looking at pretty brutal, but that coming back in with a frag from flamie onto Kucher, going to enable them to maybe hang on. The bomb is going to go down, though, and flamie does actually have a good avenue of attack, but they're going to expect him, and here it is, but flamie with the instant headshot onto Angel is certainly going to keep the hope alive. He does have a kit as well. flamie could be the man to save this. He at least has to get a kill onto the side. What another excellent frag from flamie, and AdreN to just finish it off. And plenty of time for the defuse with the kit, and that save it. So it's a long road, but it's a doable one. An absolutely doable road here for for that to travel.
Yes, maybe I wrote them off too soon, DDK.
It can happen on these maps, well, like nuke, like overpass. It happens all the time.
Absolutely.
Like this, so.
Such is the nature of a pistol round. All that is required is a shot to the face.
Yeah, exactly. That's the thing. Like whenever I try to do like analysis of pistol rounds, it's like, well, there is this strategy. These are all the positions. This makes this harder. This is stronger. This is weaker. But in reality, if you hit them in the face like once with a pistol, they're gonna go down. So it's chaos. It's often quite chaotic.
Okay, we've got flamie with the P90. Going to smoke off the angle there. It's going to keep things calm in the sewer area as we have 3 dangerous-looking men approaching the A bomb site. GoroDeskiy with the ump. bondik with the assist with the FAMAS. Going to keep him safe. He engages Markelov and then Angel as well. Only Dosia remaining, and that is going to be an almost clean sweep there. AdreN going down, so minimal damage for DAT.
I actually became a fan of the ump a couple months ago because it's really easy to control the spray. The rate of fire is not very good, but it does like decent damage, decent armor penetration. So I actually became quite a bit of a fan of it because it's not that expensive. So respect to the ump.
It is indeed $1,200. It has great recoil as well.
Yeah, it's really easy to control.
WorldEdit with the AWP already. We are in the 3rd round here, so going to be a bit of a surprise for the Terra team.
The ump is not so good in rounds like this though, against AKs. This is the problem. This is something you got to watch out for. Obviously, when they get the bomb down, because they can get the buy-in so soon, you're probably wanting to buy like a FAMAS if you can instead of some of these like umps and P90s. But we'll see if they can use it to their advantage. They might be able to make it work. Ooh. Some good damage done. Markelov down to 16. That's pretty nice. But bondik likewise goes down pretty low as well. But here they go in B long, trying to make their way onto the bomb site. And we've got flamie, does get flashed in, but it's not good enough. And he's going to go down. This is going to initiate the push onto that B site. I think it's going to get very hairy indeed here for that. But in goes the P90, only 1 frag from AdreN. Blade trying to make it work with the ump. Wow, WorldEdit coming in with some help with that AWP. In goes the smokes as well to make their life hellish.
Flanks coming in from Markelov slowly but surely. Needs to get there in time to help his teammates. We had Angel as well. Was looking for potential rotations through the connector area, but none came. So now we're going to find ourselves in a long-range 2v2 here. Now it's a 1v2 and bondik only 4 HP. Needs to strike and strike fast. Ooh. Gets the first frag. Gets out there as well.
The time.
4 HP.
He has to go for the plant, and bondik knows this. So when he hears the plant sound, he knows for 100% that he has to be planting pretty much. Angel does go for it, but it's not going to be enough. And to be fair, they did a pretty good job considering they had 2 umps. So just saying. Just saying.
I think a slight advantage was in the fact that we had Angel, who was near the toilets looking for a potential flank from the CTs. Yeah. And I think Markelov as well was running all over the place. It ended up on the A bomb site. So they had less terrors to engage at any one time, which probably helped him out, especially with the weapon selection that they had. So, but indeed it is going to be that on the eco now. Smoke, nade, P250s, 5-7 on bondik. As Hellraisers generally going to stay together again. You can see Angel just looking for the flank. He's the guy to stop the flank, standing around in party, as flamie's going to come out and possibly get engaged from behind. He'll go down, but you can see Angel was ready there, just looking for the flanks, looking for that last player. It's going to be AdreN. He's going to get shot onto a rail, off the balustrade, onto the stairs face down. That's not looking comfortable at all. So, 14-5 now. Hellraisers 2 rounds away from taking 1 game advantage here.
Yeah. Yeah, nasty stuff. Nasty stuff done to DAT in this series so far. I'm actually really stoked already to see the next map.
So they won each other's maps, right? The first 2 maps. And now we had that as a favourite for this map, personally. Yeah. Because of what we saw from them, but we didn't really know what to expect from Hellraisers.
That said, I mean, like, the CT start is a really big deal.
Yes, it is significant.
So it's such a big deal. We can see that DAT is struggling pretty hard. But again, it's like not to say that they still can't turn it around. Here we go, flamie going to lock down sewers with a kill onto Angel as they try to make their way through Squeaky. But actually, DAT still have control of Squeaky. They got a player up on the connector area. They got flamie in sewers watching over the door. So they have a lot of opportunities to keep hold of the strongest positions on the map. And this is going to give them the info that they need to try to make some good calls. And Blade is actually moving up up into the party area as well, so in between party and connector, but not going to take down kucher. But that's some key info. Kucher with a second one. flamie goes down as well. And now Hellraisers, they have a choice to make. Do they go for the A hit or the B hit? Either one works. Well, Simple makes the choice for them, doesn't he?
Well, they're coming in for that flank finally. Markelov, that's the bomb down. And we spoke about that earlier. Sometimes the last man's a straggler and he's a bomb carrier. The bomb carrier has fallen once again, and now Hellraisers find themselves in an awkward situation. They manage to pick up the bomb, but that's left Dosia on the site on his own. He gets taken out by bondik, and suddenly kucher's in a 2 versus 1. bondik, WorldEdit both very, very low. WorldEdit with 10 HP, kucher with 22. This round is anyone's, and it's so, so important.
And he has no idea where WorldEdit can possibly be. This is really rough for kucher. He can come from anywhere. In goes WorldEdit, and there it is. There were just too many places to look. Perhaps kucher should have hid somewhere like in the water, maybe just stay there and be like, well, I'll wait for you to like defuse or something. But yeah, it's a very hard spot.
Yeah, I don't know if in that situation there is any like good or wrong decisions, because you just have no idea. They could come from anywhere. But again, that's just an unfortunate situation where the last guy is the bomb carrier and he's just a few meters behind his teammates and they can't offer any assistance, any support. He goes down and the round goes belly up.
Okay, Blade going for a quick push down connector, it would seem. As, again, the buy is much more in favor of Hellraisers, but in goes the spray from Blade. He gets nothing from it, just some damage onto kucher. And that's 2 players dead in the effort. This is a really rough situation again for DAT. Hellraisers looking very strong. Again, they can kill time, they can go for the push, they have all sorts of options. And in goes WorldEdit on the flank. Through Squeaky, there's bondik on the site again. Gotta clear the players out the site before they can go for the plant. And somehow, some way, that are bringing the frags back. The bomb goes down as well. There's Angel from Sewers. He does have kucher with him as well. kucher very weak still. And somehow this round is looking worse and worse. They were looking so good just moments before. But they couldn't clear out the B site quickly enough.
Looks like that. They understand what an uphill struggle this will be. But it is doable. And they're trying to break Hellraisers as soon as possible. They're trying to get early advantages and buy rounds and crush them psychologically, financially. Didn't start out on the right foot for them, but they've managed to bring it back with a slight advantage here. And this is hard for Hellraisers. kucher's only got 11 HP. You can see himself in red on his HUD there. They have to reach for the bomb. That will give an indication to DAT as to where one of the 2 players are. And again, with that man advantage, they can put themselves in very acute angles. That's going to be the first frag there by WorldEdit. AdreN was the second one. That's another round on the board for DAT. This is not over yet.
Absolutely not. All right, let's see if DAT can keep the ball rolling, though. Because Hellraisers, they keep getting... They keep having these rounds which they just have more than enough money to buy with, but they keep just slamming into DAT with these buys. Finally, they've got what looks to be like a worse buy than DAT. I don't know. I think it's like the first time I've seen this in memory as far as DAT has been on the CT, but you know, they're rolling with the M4, full M4s, full nades. And WorldEdit can spot a bunch of players here. He gets to fall back and give that info out. If only they had somebody in connector or Squeaky to lock down that position now would be really strong. But they're going to react by putting 4 on A, so fair enough. Hellraisers looking pretty convinced that A is the way to go at the moment. But DAT, so many players there, should have no problem in fending off this push. And they've got only 1 player on B at the moment. It is AdreN.
Yeah, with 3 players remaining on both teams, things starting to even up for Hellraisers now. Those pistol players do have rifles now if they were surviving those early exchanges. That's a 1-man advantage. Now we can see these smoke shenanigans start towards the A site, but there's no smokes left for Hellraisers, and 2 of them are on very low health, so Blade could entirely cut down this team single-handedly. There's the first frag, 2 more to go. No bomb down yet. It's still in possession, though, of Hellraisers. Angel, the man with the bigger health, is also eliminated by Blade, and there's a 3rd one after an excellent flashbang from a teammate there. So a nice clean-up there by DAT. And again, you saw, if you're wondering why Hellraisers went for such a mixed bag in terms of the force buy there, it's because they don't want that to start to run away with an economical advantage, because the more money that have, the more likely they are to make a storming comeback here. Now, only 2 of them survived. Look at the money on that team. They have AdreN with 3,000, WorldEdit 1,500. The rest of them flat broke. WorldEdit managing to buy the AWP, but you can see flamie couldn't afford a single grenade. AdreN with only 2 flashbangs. Blade, all he has is a decoy, so it's going to be a much harder hold here than it otherwise would be had Hellraisers not gone for that force buy.
And AdreN knows this. Oh, wow, he gets taken out. No damage done. flamie's in the water area. Can he actually survive here long enough? There's some reinforcements coming. Goes down immediately. This is very doable for Hellraisers right now, but in goes Blade with the M4. Bomb gets planted. That's some good cash for the team. And so 1 on 2 Markelov coming in from sewers. This is, oh, he's only got a Glock. If he had maybe a P250, perhaps some damage can be done, but Glock is not good enough. And there's the round for DAT. But that was a little bit too costly. Like you were saying, the money is kind of a big deal, and they got not only the bomb plant, but 3 frags. That's going to feel good for Hellraisers.
I have to commend Blade on his spray control there. Again, he did have these silence them for only 20 bullets in the magazine, but very, very controlled distribution there, just going for 2, 3 bullets at a time to make sure he had enough to take out multiple opponents, and take out multiple opponents he did. Definitely put the odds back in their favor to win that round. 14-9 now. That slowly but surely closing the gap. Hellraisers got the bomb plant. That's going to let them buy. Again, you can see Simple with the AWP. Let's have a look and see where he is going at the moment. Looking towards long. On the other end, we're going to find bondik, who's just going for some semi-passive peeking here. Just wants to see what's going on. Doesn't want to get orked by Simple. They don't know where Simple is, and they know he's capable of being anywhere, so they're going to be very, very apprehensive as to where he is.
Oh, are you... Oh, my goodness. What a great shot from Simple. He saw that coming. Simple knows things, man. He knows things that he shouldn't know. He shouldn't know it, James, but he does, and he gets the shot. Lovely stuff there. That's 2 men down before the pushers even come close to arriving to the site. So this is absolutely dire straits now for DAT, as they just have, well, flamie's gone. He's but a distant memory now on that B-bomb site, as we do have Blade coming in for the retake. But this is devastating for DAT.
I think it's time to ask you, Dan, what the next map is. Although, actually, hold that thought, because those 2 fast frags do change things a little bit. They do both have kits here. If they can get 1 more frag, then who knows what could happen.
Got to go for some huge risks here, get the lucky pickoffs, and this is exactly how you do it. They get distracted. This might just be possible. Oh, Simple takes a shot onto Blade. It should be pretty guaranteed. WorldEdit's going to fail the shot, and there it is. It's over. 15-9. Hellraisers moved to match point, and that was a pretty incredible display. I was actually, before that trade went with a Simple hit that ridiculous jump shot. To be honest, though, the jump peek there just to get the safe info is pretty common. But it's great that Simple was obviously like, so he was fast. He wasn't like, his aim wasn't on it, but he was fast to realize it.
The problem is the jump was, it started from a peaking position, where ideally you want it to start from a non-peaking position. So as you start to peak,
descent, right?
you're at the peak of your jump. Too many peaks, and then you start to go down, so you're less of a target. Otherwise, you're just floating in the air. You got hang time like Jordan, and then you get slam dunked by O'Neal with the AWP.
But one thing to note as well is that having such a round deficit, we're not seeing them take a lot of the risks that you would normally see the CPs take on this map with the pushes, with the AWPs, because they just don't have the ability to. If they lose the round, then the implications are huge. They can just lose the match, and we're seeing them in this position right now. They do get a frag onto Markelov to even things up, but the weapon disadvantage is still going to prove very devastating, and indeed bondik is going to be at the mercy of kucher, as the advantage is now taken by Hellraisers. So can more damage be caused here? We've got kucher in with another potential altercation here. He's always got his back turned. Oh no, they didn't see him, and kucher sprays him down. AdreN left over, and that should be all she wrote. Unless AdreN is about to make the highlight reel of his life. But you asked what the next map is. I answered you. I'm going to tell you again. It is, of course, going to be Inferno, which again is Hellraiser's strongest map. And they have a 58% win ratio there. We know they're solid. Hellraisers are in there. But equally so, I mean, that we're seeing from them good performances. I mean, the score doesn't really justify their skill, I think. You know, we saw them going down so many rounds, and they lost the pistol, so it's always like really hard when that happens. So just gonna have to see if they've got the chops to stay in it for the fourth map.
Yeah, it is a tough map overpass, especially when you start on the T side. So again, as I said yesterday, if you were tuned in, if not, then check out the VODs on FACEIT VODs on YouTube. I did show on the map what I think should be adjusted on the A side to make it a little bit more accessible to the terrorists, so you don't just have the kind of shenanigans in the smoke plants at the front of site, because they can't. You can almost never take the site from what we've seen so far on this map. But yeah, it is a difficult map. Hellraisers, however, did prove triumphant. 2-1 advantage now as they go through to what is map game for them, Inferno. So we'll see if they manage to win another knife round and start on CT once again.
Yeah, guys, I hope you are enjoying the stream so far. You are watching the G2A.com European Cup. It's semi-final number 2, the winner of this series, playing LDLC on Sunday. Well, we're going to see you after the break for map number 4. Match point for Hellraisers. Ruining my outro. What are you doing?
Dan DK. James. Dan, I just like ruining everything.
You ruin my intros, my outros.
I like interrupting Dan.
God damn it.
All the time. Just whenever he's in his flow, he's
doing
so
his
smooth.
Thing.
I just wanna pull the pin and just ruin everything. Smooth. Dan DK has not claimed his Bison that was signed by Fnatic Devilwalk, so we're going to have to raffle it again. We could flip the coin again.
No, don't do that.
But let's be honest, what's the point, right?
There's no point because he rigs it. It's rigged.
No,
it's a lie. It's a thief.
It's not true. But we've got to give the Bison away, guys. So if you want the Bison, we're going to have to re-raffle it during this break. And then now I'll let Dan finish his outro. I promise I will not interrupt.
Yeah, we'll be back after the break and stuff.